Hello everyone. This is something I found out about visual shaders, scrolling textures, and rollover time in Godot. I want to share how to do this setup properly because I had some issues with this and it's really annoying to have to go back and then fix all your shaders when eventually they'll start snapping to weird places and you're like, what's going on? So let me show you. I'm gonna have this setup here, like this basic, it's just a mesh instance 3D with plane, a shader here on the material. I'm gonna put a visual shader. They called it scrolling texture. I'm gonna open it, and here's the setup most people show on YouTube or on other tutorials, right? You do a texture 2D. Let's do this gradient, so to show what I mean. There it is, we have our gradient. Then we're gonna have UVs. We're gonna have time. And we're gonna have UV panning. You plug this here, and this here. There we go. We have a scrolling texture, right? This is the setup you'll see most people use. Or maybe, they put a multiply here and they say 0.2, right? And that makes it slower. Here's the thing. This setup has a flaw. This time input here, resets after 1 hour. And it counts. No, it doesn't matter if you're like resetting your scene or going to a different scene, it keeps counting. So after an hour of playtime, whatever texture you use this setup with will snap to a different place out of nowhere. And it looks really weird. It happens like once every hour. And you're like, what? What's going on? Right? So let me explain what's going on. If you go to project settings, and you type here rollover on your search, you're going to get this rendering limits section. And you'll see this time rollover seconds here. By default, it's set to 1 hour. This is an hour in seconds. Is 3,600 seconds, right? So let me show you what happens. I'm gonna set it to 2 seconds just to show what happens, right? Look what's going on. See, that's what's gonna happen every hour of your game. All the textures that you have with this setup will do this, which you don't want. So here's a way I figured out how to fix it. It's not that complicated. I'll show you. You are gonna grab your time. Now that we know the rollover, we're gonna divide by the rollover time, right? We put 2 seconds. And now here on our multiply, you have to use whole numbers. So let's say 1. So now, see? It's gonna scroll once every 2 seconds. And by the time it reaches here, it's gonna reset. Bloop. It's resetting, but because it's a whole number, you can't see it. You can see the snapping. So let's say, for example, if I put another whole number, let's say put a 5. Now it's gonna do 5 times. It's gonna do a cycle of 5 times every 2 seconds. And you can't see when it snaps back because it's snapping perfectly with the UV coordinates. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go here to your rollover time. You're gonna check what you have here. You can change it to something smaller if you want, but I'm gonna leave it with the default. We come here, we put the same number. Now, what this does is, our multiply node means how many times every hour is it gonna loop, right? So now it's looping 5 times every hour, which is very, very slow. As you can see, like you can barely see it move. Say barely moving. So let's put something like, I want it to loop 2,000 times every hour. There we go. Now, when this eventually triggers the rollover, it's gonna be exactly at the end of the UV coordinate, so you're not gonna see it anymore. Exactly like we did with the 2-second timer. And that's it. That's what I wanted to share. I don't see a lot of people talking about this, so I really wanted to show how to fix this problem if you're having it. And that's it. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.